Hello and welcome to Metoc, where you can measure things using your device's camera, plus a few special tricks. First we need to calibrate our camera, and we do that by clicking on Calibrate in the startup screen. This calibration only needs to be done once after installing Metoc and should take less than 5 minutes. In order to calibrate, we must take several photographs of a special pattern of dots. This pattern is available from the website metoc.xyz/calib. We must show this pattern on a desktop monitor and take a photo using our iPhone in landscape mode. We could also display this pattern on a large laptop screen or a flat screen TV. Use good lighting, hold your iPhone steady and ensure good focus. We must take several photos at different angles, and Metoc will prompt us through this process. The first photo we need is full frontal. Click on Take Photo and rotate your camera until the dots pretty much fill the screen and are square. Metoc will check if it can find the pattern on the photo you have taken, and if so, we'll move to the next one, which is in this case a photo from the left of the screen. Again, get your photo to the left. Metoc checks now from the right. And again, you take that photo. Okay, we take a photo from the right, nice and steady. And once we've taken it, if we're happy with it, we say Use Photo. You click on the little Use Photo button. That Metoc found that okay. Now from above the screen, we take one from above. See my tidy desk down there. All the dots must be in each picture. Now one from below. You might want to tilt your monitor a bit back to take one from below. There's one from below the screen. Got that one now. You say Use Photo again. Now one with the screen so that the dots are rotated upwards. Yep, upwards like that relative to the camera. Lastly, we would need one rotated down, and once we have all 7 photos, Metoc will say we have all images needed for calibration. All we need to do now is click on the Do Calibration button, and there it tells us calibration succeeded and gives us a mean error of 0.04. Any error below 0.1 is good. Okay, now we've finished calibration. We click back to Metoc Startup. And before we can start measuring now, we have to print out a sheet of paper with some dots on it to give us the scale of the objects we are going to measure. This pattern is available from the website metoc.xyz. Now I'm going to click on the instructions little menu in the top of the startup screen, and we go to the Metoc instructions, which is the website metoc.xyz. We scroll down through the page and we come to this item, Fiducial Measurement Sheet. This is a PDF file with the dots on it. You must print it out from a printer onto a letter size sheet of paper in the USA or an A4 size sheet of paper in Europe or the rest of the world. As you zoom into this pattern, you can see there are faint grey measurement markings. For example, the distance between the outer twomost dots is 9.5 inches or 241 millimeters. After you've printed out the pattern, you should check that these measurements are accurate. Okay, now we're back on our startup screen and we're going to start measuring. We click on Start Measuring and we click on the little blue camera icon. I've already got some pictures here, so I'm going to select a photograph. It's checking for the pattern in the picture, and it found it. There I go onto the picture, and there is where I'm measuring, and there is the pattern on the deck. Now just to, as a check, let us go and measure the space between these 2 outer black dots on this pattern. Should be exactly 9.5 inches. So we zoom in, we tap on the dot and we get a crosshair. Drag till accurate, tap again. There we've entered point A. Drag, tap, drag again till accurate, tap a second time, we get the distance A to B is 9.6 inches. It's actually 9.5 inches. We could have dragged point A or point B slightly, but it's so near as to be pretty spot on. Now here we want to measure the distance between the two legs of the chair. We go and tap again, point C, zoom in, tap, get the crosshair, tap again, point D, 17.3 inches. If we wanted to measure it in centimeters, we go and tap on the menu, change the units to centimeters, and back there we get 43.9 centimeters. Now let's say we want to measure the height of this chair. Let's show you how I can move a point D. If I double tap on a point, I get a little menu. There I'm dragging point D around. I don't have to be exactly on D when I drag, but when I'm double tapping I must be pretty much on D. Now I want to enter a point above point C. Let's zoom in on C, and then we tap on C, and it's in the status bar at the top it says snap to point C. Now the second point we want to enter is up on the seat of the chair. We enter a point there, we get the crosshair, drag till we want where we want to be, and enter a second point E. Now it says the distance C to E is 155 centimeters. Let's go back to inches. It says it's 61 inches. This is a bit high. And it does this because it thinks that C and E are both on the deck. It thinks all points are on the deck unless you tell it otherwise. So we go and double tap on E and we say make E vertical above C. You'll see that E has changed to a black and white point, and it gives you the distance of C to E, 18.4 inches. That is the height of the chair. Let's say we want to measure the height of this table. We go and we enter a point near the bottom of the table. Again with a tap, crosshair. Now we go to the top of the table, into the second point. There again we've got F to G, 350 inches. It thinks again F and G. There we make point G vertical above F by doing a double tap. And there we get the height of the table, F to G, 33 inches. We can also show a measurement list of all the points by double tapping on a point or on a measurement. We can make point G back on the floor. There it's moved it back onto the ground, or we can move it back vertical again. We can delete a point, move a point, delete a measurement. Finally, here are some accuracy tips. If your calibration error is greater than 0.07, delete some calibration pictures. By swiping them to the left, you'll see a red dot will appear. Click that and then add new calibration pictures and recalibrate. Ensure your paper pattern is near the center of the frame. Ensure your paper pattern is near objects to be measured. And ensure your paper pattern is flat. Okay, enjoy people.